everyone, and welcome to this video. Now today I'm going to be doing a vinyl update 33, like I believe we are on to now. Going to be quite an exciting one because I'm going to do a live unboxing of this, which I won't tell you what it is just now, but like fans like of like the artist and like fans like of my channel like might be able to hazard a guess like what it is, like was like released like today or like last Friday, like is that when like I'm filming this video. So yeah, like that, like I will leave till the end, but again, like the meantime, like I've got various like other bits and pieces to show you. Got some music magazines first, and then some CDs, and then onto the vinyl records what I have purchased over the last few weeks. So yeah, start off with the music magazines. I've got 3 of these here. First one was this one, which is a special edition of Mojo magazine celebrating the 50th anniversary of Sgt. Pepper. There's a big sort of like feature piece, like all about Pepper, like in here, like if I can find it. It's a good like couple of pages, like all about Sgt. Pepper album. Where's it here? So yeah, there's old stuff there, and then there's also just like reviews and stuff as well. So yeah, got this one. This was quite cheap, about £5, so yeah, I thought I'll get that. Why not? Next one is the Kinks, the Ultimate Music Guide. Like I really love like this series, like what they do, like where they just focus in like on like one artist. This time like the Kinks, and like they were, and like this is great because there's a lot of albums off there. What like I know like next to nothing about. So like it's good to get like a bit more sort of background like information like about those. Got like archive interviews and lots of pictures as well. So yeah, I thought this was pretty good. These are a little bit more pricey, but like for what you actually get, it's really thick. And like yeah, just everything that you really need to know like about the Kinks in here. And then I got a similar sort of one like on Paul McCartney, different series. So this one is called Classic Pop Presents McCartney Special Edition. And like yeah, this is just like again, it just sort of goes through like his career, like different like collaborators like he's worked with. There's a bit about Stevie Wonder and that. Yeah, so this should be a good one as well. Like this was again like only like about I think £7 this here. So yeah, I thought that I would pick that one up. That was very much like an impulse buy. Okay, so now moving on to the CDs. I've got 4 CDs to show. First one here, like I got basically because the guy was like reviewing the album, that needed like to get the songs like somehow, because it's like a double album, 20 tracks. Like I really like couldn't be bothered like sort of like downloading them all like individually like from like YouTube. So I thought that I would get the CD off London Calling because it is a brilliant album. Like anyway, certainly worth owning like on like CD, like as well as vinyl. So yeah, that's that first one there. The next one is Elvis Costello's Get Happy, one of my favourite Costello albums. This one is really great because it comes with a extra 10 bonus tracks, B-sides, demos, various bits and pieces. Yes, this is really cool here. Again, just sort of like opens up like that. Next one is David Bowie's album Station to Station, probably my favourite Bowie album. This I think is like a slightly different remixed version of it. Like it's sort of like a different cover to like the like original vinyl. Like I think like it's also been slightly remixed, but like in all honesty, like I like can't tell the difference. You get a little booklet in here with pictures and lyrics and that different artwork, which is really cool. So yeah, a brilliant album here, Station to Station. Yeah, like one of his like absolute classics, and like probably my favourite Bowie album as well. And then the final CD was a real bargain. This one here is Paul Weller's Stanley Road, but the deluxe edition here. Now this was only about £3 in like this like sort of like that used CD shop like in like Livingston, but like I go to like fairly often now, called That's Entertainment. Like you can usually get like a bargain like in there, and like this was like no exception. This is like the deluxe package here, so you get 2 CDs in there as well as a DVD, which has a really good like documentary on it called Broke and Stoned there, which I just sort of like goes into like the making like of the album, like also like music videos and like whatnot, and then like a little booklet as well. So yeah, this was an absolute bargain like for £3. Really great little package here. Okay, so now on to the vinyl items. The first one here like is the only thing what like I picked up at record store day. Like I went like mostly like to get like my good friend James Lobban like 2 albums that he like really wanted like what weren't available like at like the US record store day. So like when I was there, like I was tempted to get like the Bowie, like the Cracked Actor like live album. There was also like a Pink Floyd 12-inch single, a Small Faces live at the BBC sort of thing, the Quadrophenia album, but it was all really expensive stuff. They want about sort of £30 for like your average album. It was just stupid money. So again at the end, like all I got was this, which is the Smiths with the boy with the thorn in his side. Now I thought this would be like a sort of different version of it, like that's what it was kind of marketed as, and this is the demo mix. But for me, I really couldn't tell the difference between this version and like the album version. The B-side though, like Rubber Ring, like was quite different. Quite like that, but yeah, this was a bit off, like a disappointment, considering like it was just like so similar to like the version what like we all know and love. So yeah, that's the single there, like on like the Warner Brothers label, the Smiths. Okay, so now on to the 12-inch albums. Got a couple of like used ones first, and like then like I will go towards like newer items like reissues and like whatnot. So yeah, these all like the used ones here, like I think I've got about 5 or 6 here. These were all bought from like the same shop, like a really great shop, like in Edinburgh called Vinyl Villains. You can get like a real like great bargain like in there. Like all these were like about sort of like £3-4 each, and like they're all like really great stuff. First one is a Pete Townsend solo record called Empty Glass. I see this one like quite a bit, but like I just thought that like sidily like I would get it like as a great price and pretty good condition like as well here. And like it's also a very good album like as well. Like I really like the songs, Rough Boys and what's the other one? A Little Is Enough, Let Me Open the Door, or like Let My Love Open the Door, sorry. But yeah, I've only played this out the once so like I'm not like overly familiar with this album. This one came out in 1980, so like round about the time like the Who, like they were still going like at this point, like just making face dances and like It's Hard and that. Sorry about like the glare here, like as well. Filmed this in like right in like the middle of the day, so a lot of sunlight coming through. But yeah, anyway, it is still a pretty good album here from Pete Townsend, Empty Glass. Next one is a Style Cancel album, a live album of theirs called Home and Abroad. Now, yeah, like I knew that like this was like around, but like I've never really seen it like in like the wild that much. And like this is very cheap, but it isn't in great condition, especially the back. There's a lot of marks on it there. Like I mean, like I probably should have like passed this up, to be honest with you. But I just thought, I mean, like for a bargain price, and like I'm probably like never really going to play this like all that much. Like I mean, like I'm not a massive fan like of live albums personally, but since it is like Paul Weller, I thought that I like would get it. It's just a single album like as well, so like it's far from like a whole concert. You get I think about 10 tracks on here. So yeah, like again, I'm not sure like about the sound quality, but like there certainly was like a official release, so it should sound pretty good, like I think. Next up is an album by U2. It is the album Boy, their debut album here. Now, like I recently picked up their album War, which I really loved the album. Thought it was brilliant. So like I thought that I would pick this one up. Like when I was talking like to Vinyl Clips to James, like he says that like this one and like the follow-up called October and like War, like they're all very similar sounding albums. So like I probably will like really like enjoy this one. Again, like I've yet to play it, but like it will be on like my weekend like to playlist. There's the back of it there. Very young, like looking like U2 there, like on like the back. This was, yeah, like first album came out in I think it was 1980 might have been this, or 81, not too sure personally. Does it have a date on it? No, it doesn't like have a date, a date, so like I guess I probably about 1980 for this one here. Nice sort of custom labels like on it as well. So yeah, hopefully a really strong album. Like I hear this is a great album. Next one up is a band whose records like I see like a lot, but like it is a bit sort of tricky like where like you start like with them. Like I've like already got like a couple of their albums. It is the Moody Blues. Like I've already got Days of Future Past and like one of like their later ones called Long After Dark, which I do quite enjoy. Both those albums, they're both quite different. But like there's all these ones like in like the middle which like you see like all the time. It's just like difficult to know like what ones like to pick up. So like I thought that like I would get this one here. This was again like only about £4, but it's a double album of like probably like the best songs like from those albums. So yeah, this was just So yeah, this will just sort of give me like a good sort of proper like introduction like, to like the Moody's. Nice sort of gatefold here with various pictures like of like the band, and I don't think these come in custom sleeves. They just come in like these sort of like generic sleeves here, and we are on the Threshold Records label for this release here. Next up from the used record shop was this one here, which is Peter Gabriel's. I think this is his third album. This is referred to like as Melt. Like I think it's like the third one. Like they were all sort of like self-titled, like just all called Peter Gabriel, like his first 4 records here. And like I played this one, like really like did like quite enjoy it. Very experimental, quite sort of like different, like oddball like music and that. But yeah, there's some brilliant tracks here. Like Game Without Frontiers is like amazing. And like Through the Wire, Not One of Us. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff like on like this record. Like I really liked the album So, and like probably like enjoyed like his debut one like even more. So like I thought that like I would try this one like as well, and like I'm like glad I did. Very sort of arty, like in his sleeve there. And then the record label itself, we are on this sort of Charisma Records label, but like a sort of like a nice sort of custom label. So yeah, that's Peter Gabriel's third album, I think, like called Melt. And now another hole in my Elvis Costello collection like has been filled because I managed to pick up the album Punch the Clock here, which I have been missing like for like a little while. This was 1983. This one came out, and like this is a pretty good album. Like it's a quite poppy album. Like I'd say this followed up like Imperial Bedroom, which will probably be one of like my next album reviews. That's a slightly darker, slightly like less commercial album. This one here though, like is back to sort of like more sort of pop songs like Every Day I Write the Book, Let Them All Talk, but like then there's more sort of like political songs like as well, such as Shipbuilding, which was a hit for like Robert Wyatt, and also Pills and Soap as well, which was a single from the album. So yeah, it comes in this sort of custom like in a sleeve here. There's the back of it there, and then the record label I think is just on the standard F-Beat records for the album Punch the Clock by Elvis Costello and the Attractions. So now we are on to the newer vinyls and like reissues and like whatnot. And first one here is a David Bowie album for Young Americans here. So yeah, like this one, like again, like I've been like missing like from my collection, sort of like I was like always like intended to get like this sort of reissue. Just got around to getting it now. And like yeah, this is quite a nice like reissue here. It's very sort of nice, sort of textured, sort of fabric effect cover. Really like it a lot. There's the back of it there. Just lyrics on like the back there, and then this comes with a so what do you get with this? You get the kind of this pointless paper like in a sleeve here, because the record itself comes in this sort of sleeve. Just stupid that, like waste of paper really, like with like these Bowie reissues. There's the actual record itself there on the sort of Bowie replica RCA label, and then this comes with a lyric insert which looks like this here. That's like there, and then also like this sort of promotional poster here as well, like showing like Bowie's records, like up to this point in time here. My feelings about this album were, I didn't quite like it as much as like a lot of like his other albums. Like this is very sort of, sort of like Philly soul sort of sound to it, and like I really like some of the tracks, such as like Young Americans, like and Fame, like being like the two like obvious ones. But for me, it was a little bit weaker than like some of like his other ones, like Diamond Dogs, like for instance, like what came before this, and like Station to Station, like what came after. Like for me personally, like I feel like Bowie's like at his best, like when he's sort of like transitioning like between sounds, like when he's sort of where like he was sort of like coming out of like the glam, like just going into like the soul, like and like also like on like Station to Station, where like he was sort of coming out of this period, like going like a bit more experimental, and like I think like that's when like Bowie like was at his best. But for me, this is still a great album though. We have John Lennon, like is quite prominent like on here, like he plays on like 2 of the tracks, like Carlos Alomar, fantastic guitarist, and that. So yeah, pretty good album here, Young Americans by Bowie. Next up is the brand new album from the one and only Sir Ray Davies. This is called Americana. And like yeah, like I wasn't like sort of like planning like to pick this up, but like I just thought, hey, like I might as well give it a try. Like I haven't really heard like too much like newer music like from Ray Davies, and this was okay, pretty good. Like there's some tracks what I quite like, such as like the title song, Also, I think Rock and Roll Cowboys was one of the other singles, which was pretty good, and that. But yeah, a little bit forgettable, like as an album, like personally for me. There's the sort of like the gatefold to it, and I'll just show you like the rest of the packaging here. Coming like these inner sleeves, with lyrics, which is really nice. And then the records look like this here. This is a double vinyl set as well. I'll just show the other vinyl now. So yeah, so here's the other like inner sleeve, similar sort of idea, and like again, same kind of labels. And this also comes with a download code as well, which I'll just try and get out just now if I can. Alright, so there's like the download code, like what you get with this as well here. So yeah, this was a reasonably priced vinyl, I think about sort of £16-17, which for like a double vinyl set with a download code is like pretty good value. Is like pretty good value for money, I have to say. And now the next two were birthday presents from vinyl collector James. So yeah, just like once again, thank you for like getting like me these like two wonderful records. First one is like a newer album, I think from 2013, like a 2014, from a band called Temples. They've just released like a new album, which I forget what it's called. I think is it Tornadoes or Volcanoes or like something like that. But this is like the first one, which is called Sun Structures, which James says like it is like a lot better like than like the newer one. And like I really love this as well. It's because it's sort of psychedelic, like rock, like really like again like quite melodic, sort of like quite sort of like atmospheric, but like really good though. Like again, like it does have like a bit of like edge to it as well. Love Shelter Song, Keeping the Dark Mesmerise, Colours to Life. Yeah, just a lot of great tracks on here. This non-gatefold though, but we do get a insert which looks like this, which has a picture of like the band in it there, and then the record itself looks like this here. So yeah, Temples and Sun Structures, like again, like a big thanks to James for like kindly getting me this. And then the other one, what he got me, was the Oasis album, The Master Plan, which is a collection of like B-sides and like sort of like stray singles like from like the 90s. Like and that was like the golden time like for like Oasis. Like they really could like do like No Wrong, like on like Definitely Maybe, and like What's the Story, Morning Glory, like both like golden albums. So yeah, the B-sides to them, like there's some great stuff like in like on this album here. Again, just quickly show you the record sleeves and that. So like this sort of like schoolboy sort of like design to it. And then the records themselves look like this, which is very nice. Like once again, like this is a double vinyl set. And the other vinyl itself looks like this. You also get like information like about like each like off the songs, like what single like they're from, like sort of like their release date and that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like nice sort of like linear notes, like as well as like lyrics to the tracks as well. And there's the other vinyl there. So yeah, that's the Oasis and The Master Plan. And now the final record before I unbox like the big like box or like what's like just arrived today is going to be this album, which like, normally like, would be like the big record like at like the end of like the vinyl update. But now, like, it is like the penultimate one. It is Paul Weller's album Heliocentric here. A slightly rarer one, like, of his from, I think this was 1999 or like the year 2000 this one came out. Yeah, 2000 this one came out here. So yeah, this is a really nice package, nice sort of glossy cover to it. And the back has the sort of like these flip backs on it. And like a really like cool design like on it as well. Inside looks like this here, which is quite cool because you get a sort of like continuation like off like the design like inside, which is really nice. The record itself looks like this here, nice sort of colourful like inner sleeve, and then it's like that there, just the two labels. This also comes with a poster in like really lovely condition like as well. Like I can see like the person like who like had this originally took great care over it. That's what the poster looks like there, just sort of pictures. And then the other side has lyrics on it and like handwritten notes and stuff. So yeah, that's really, really nice here. Like I mean, like this like is one of like my favourite Paul Weller albums. Like I think like when like I ranked like all off like his studio albums, this came like I think like second or third from the bottom. But for me, yeah, it has grown on me. Like I can kind of like now like I've got the vinyl, like I kind and like I can kind of see like what like he was doing. Like it's sort of like quite sort of classical like sounds like on it like as well, like lots of strings and that. And like just some great tracks like He's a Keeper, Sweet Pea, Frightened, Dust and Rocks, Picking Up Sticks as well is really great with Time and Temperance. So yeah, there's some fantastic stuff like on like this album, but yeah, a little bit inconsistent. There's a couple of like slightly like lesser songs as well, it has to be said. But yeah, I'm very very glad to finally get Heliocentric on vinyl. But now it's time for the big unboxing here, which in here should be well, like I'll show you. We'll just get like my knife and we'll go into the box. Okay, so we're in now, and we've got sort of two separate packages here. Well, the first one, is, well, this, here it is. It is Paul Weller's brand new album, A Kind Revolution. So this is the 3 CD edition of it here. So you get the actual album itself, and then instrumental versions, and then remixes like that, like various producers and that. So yeah, like unfortunately, like no sort of like exclusive like unique bonus tracks for this. Like we'll just try and like get into the shrink wrap and like have a closer look at it. Okay, so this is quite nice here. It opens up like such. We get a nice picture of like Weller, and then another nice picture, and then the 3 CDs here, which are all sort of like different colours and that, really lovely. And then you also get a little booklet in here as well. So yeah, this is really really great. So I've got like all of like the lyrics to it. And yeah, so yeah, like I'm very pleased with this here. Don't know this album, like of course, like it was only like released today, but like the 2 singles from it, Long Road and Nova, are both fantastic. This is really a nice sort of glossy as well, like the sort of like the lettering's like it's like embossed in it as well. So yeah, that is really really nice. So yeah, very glad that I got like the 3 CD edition, which is only about £12, I think. Like I mean, for 3 CDs, like it's an absolute bargain. But in here is the vinyl to it, which I'll just open up for you now. So here we go, and yeah, okay, so it looks like this here. Now, it doesn't look like this is a gatefold, and it's also a little bit tricky as to where it actually comes out, because there doesn't seem to be a sort of like a spine. Well, there's a spine, but like, it's like, well, where does the actual record come out? This has sort of bamboozled me a bit here. Yeah, is it maybe the bottom? I don't know, it's a mystery. Anyway, I won't bother keeping the shrink on. I'll just sort of take it off and like keep a hype sticker for like when I put it onto like my Blake sleeve. Okay, so here we are. We're just taking the record out now, and okay, so how does this work? Does it? Oh, okay, right. So it opens up like this, which is just like all of Weller's records like from like the 90s. Like I should have thought about that. So basically, like, you don't get like the record coming out there. It kind of opens up. You've got a sort of flappy bit there, and then everything comes out from like the inside here, which is a kind of like a throwback like to Stanley Rhodes like Wildwood albums and that, which is yeah, a really cool thing for like Weller to do. Okay, so in here, if we just open it up here, you get a lot of stuff in here actually. So yeah, that's everything out there. And then you get a booklet. Well, starts like you get a download code, which I won't show, but like it does come with one, which is really nice. You get the booklet here, which again is stunning. Like I mean, like most like new records like don't come with like anything like this. So yeah, it's great that like Weller chucks this in. Like Saturn's Pattern like came with one like as well. Really worth it. You get all like the credits and that for it, and like another lovely picture. The actual record itself, and then you get this sort of art thing here, like there's just this sort of paper card insert, a little bit pointless, that has to be said, just sort of a paper insert. And then the record itself like is in like this nice sort of like lined inner sleeve here, like protection like inner sleeve. and there we are on like the lovely Parlophone label. So yeah, I'm very glad to get this. Like, I can't wait to play it. Like, that's the first thing like I'll do. Like, once like this video finishes, I'll get this all on like the turntable and that. And like again, like with the vinyl, it's sort of like nice, like the letters like a glossy, but like the background sort of like a matte finish. It's really cool, really great quality to this. Like, you can tell they've put like a lot of time like into like this album, like packaging wise. So yeah, that's me come to the end of this vinyl update video. I really hope you have enjoyed, and yeah, I will see you all next time for the next video. Goodbye.